From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And we're off in Detroit. Greg Reynolds to return it. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Throwing right away here, Goff. And his first pass falls incomplete. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. And now they face 2nd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
They put a receiver in motion here left. Goff trying again on 2nd and 10. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the shotgun, Goff. That's caught for the first. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing again, it's Goff. Caught, nice game left side. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Working quickly here. Patrick going to motion over left. First down throw from Goff. On the move, headed right. Connects on one to Jameson Williams. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Offense up to the line fast. They've got a man in motion. On 1st down, it's Goff. He's got it. Touchdown, Detroit. Now it's Jake Bates for the extra point. And he misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking it. Score stays at 6-0. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled by Jack Campbell. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Here we go. Burrow setting up the play action. His first throw is an interception. Meek Robertson takes it away. And the Lions get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that'll bring up second down. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
To throw again here, 2nd and 10, it's gone. Throwing deep for the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Receiver in motion, going left. Goff on 3rd. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Bengals get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Higgins makes the catch. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he runs it across, touchdown! The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals take the lead on that successful kick. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Man in motion, headed right. Goff on 1st and 10. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. We've got a close one here. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap here to Goff. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. They'll send him over right. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Looking for a target. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Now Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he's touchdown about 5 yards shy of that first down marker.
Whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front had to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the...
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jermaine Pratt picks it. And the Bengals get it back up close to their 40 as he's finally tracked down after that return. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
On one, ready?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Bengals need some big yards in a hurry. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Burrow from the gun. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking to throw, Burrow. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
You know, so often we talk about speed offensively, right? We love receivers that can run. Well, that was a perfect example of how speed kills you defensively. A hurried throw, almost an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack. Speed's the difference.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody.
Yeah.
And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
On 2, ready?
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
11 MP.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got 2nd and 15. To throw again, it's Burrow. He rolls to his right. He's on the move. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on third down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow out of the shotgun. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. Good field position for the Lions here as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Patrick going to motion over left. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They have themselves another 1st and 10. And wait, what's this? They fake the spike. Oh no, they get him yet again. Geno Stone picks it off. And the Bengals get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Okay, they thought they were being clever there. Didn't bite on the fake spike for a second. It immediately backfires Brock with an interception.
Yeah, the only way that really works, Kate, is if eyes are on the quarterback, but that was not the case for this defense. Right, once those receivers took off the line, the moment they launched, everybody communicated defensively, and they were there to pick it off.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So 2nd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
On 2.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Burrow to the air now. Oh, he's in trouble here. He'll go down. The Lions got him. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Play action now, Burrow. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. This one intended for the running back. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. It's going to be a punt of 46 yards. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. Sending a receiver left. He's back to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Von Bell takes it away. And the Bengals might be able to get some points late after the interception. Well, just when you think things can't get any worse, Brock, I am not sure what you call it, because I don't think I've ever called it 4 straight drives ending in an interception.
Oh, as a former QB, Kate, I know exactly what to call this. A nightmare. 4 pick games are a rarity, and you never see it happen on consecutive drives. And at this point, listen, hey, offense coordinator, play caller, run the ball. And I mean run the ball.
This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And they can't push the lead beyond a field goal. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Return starts from the goal line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Toward Chase, but it's intercepted. Malik Robertson takes it away. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the shotgun, Goff. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. They go play action with Goff. Buys time, rolling right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. That one was incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Throwing this back in the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So that brings up 4th and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Looking to throw. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
2nd and 4. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he goes out a little short of the 40. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll try it right with Brown. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Burrow back to throw. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. This time it's a passing play. Escapes the puck. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Going the other way, Lions have it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
Off play action, Goff. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing off the play fake here. He's going to push one deep down the right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Von Bell takes it away. And the Bengals get the football back across midfield before going down inside the 45-yard line on the return.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that.
And the Lions get him. Down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Here we go.
Trying again following the sack. Higgins makes the catch. And he's got it up to midfield and into Lions territory. We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. He'll throw it. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up fourth down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a one-score game.
Fourth and forever coming up. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance. Back to throw it. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Goff on 1st and 10. He's got time here. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. So it'll be second down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First down from the red zone. Yet another interception, and that could be what does it. Logan Wilson has it. And the Bengals get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Bengals clinging to a 1-point lead. 3rd and just 2 to go. Brown on the inside give. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Looks like they will indeed try at 4th and 2. Looking to throw. Throw is caught by the back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Here we go.
Going with Brown on the ground. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Brown. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Detroit calls timeout. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On the ground, Brown. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's Brown again. And he winds up with a solid gain down past the 45. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Running back sent in motion. He'll look to throw it. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll make a big for it on the ground. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a 1st down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
From the gun, a give to Brown. Pushing for the red zone. And he has this all the way down to the 23. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. They'll come up 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So the Bengals take this one on the road. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Bengals emerge as winners, as we'll see you next time from Detroit. Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Ready to get this game started. Here's Evan McPherson. And away we go in Cincinnati. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Daniel's going to throw to get us started. Short pass brought in. It's a 31-yard play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Daniels on 1st down. We'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
1st and 10, around to Robinson, and he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
He's on the move. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Daniels. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Bengals take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Right to the air, Burrow. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. Trying to get it to T. Higgins. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. Connects on the crosser. 40. At the 20. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Here we go.
The Bengals lining up for a 2-point try. To throw again, it's Burrow. And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead. They get the 2 out of it, partner. Nicely done, but into double coverage. Felt like they kind of got away with one there.
That is a quarterback's best friend. I can't tell you how many times your players, your teammates, your offensive skill guys around you come back to huddle. Just say, give me a chance. Please, just give me a chance. Throw it up. I'll make you look good. And he did right there.
On the ready.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Come on. Come on. Hey. Ready.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Ready.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And that's good for a gain of 5. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. Offense in the hurry up here. On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
His goal is pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Daniels from the pistol. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Warriors 70.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
Cowboy 80.
The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
70 Lions. 18 Pioneers.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jermaine Pratt picks it. And the Bengals are stopped on the return just shy of their own 35.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
T. Higgins, the intended receiver. So it's 2nd down coming up.
Gun. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Here we go.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Stop.
Burrow from the gun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Commanders pick this one up. And Washington finishes the return to the end zone. Touchdown! The Commanders make it a 2-point game. Really smart play from him there, Brock. Not just to fall on the football, but to take it in for the score.
Yeah, a word we don't normally use with D linemen a lot, quickness, right? It's usually the corner skill guys, but he was quick, man. He downshifted in a hurry for 6.
Cyber tacks on the point after. And the Commanders could have gone for 2 in the tie, but they choose to trail by 1. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 8-7 the score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Has it at the 11. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
On one, ready?
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Play action now, Burrow. They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Second time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick six.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate.
I didn't even mean to throw that shit.
And you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep
I didn't
changing.
even
They
throw
know
that shit.
if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get two, it's almost a certainty.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
After the pick, here's Burrow again. Escaped. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half.
On one, ready?
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Stop.
Another try following the sack. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down.
Stop.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
4th and forever coming up. Now with the play clock low, Zach Taylor hurriedly calls a timeout. They're down to their final 1 in this half. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Not much room, but he's still able to crush it. Collects this at the 35. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And the Commanders will go on offense.
Okay, break.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Panthers 60, Panthers 60. 70, Timberwolves.
First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Hustle.
Working quickly here.
60 Vikings.
from the 42. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Dump off caught by his back. Still has some space inside the 35. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Chased out to his right. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Logan Wilson has it. And the Bengals get it back after making their third first-half interception.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the third interception, man, he is killing his team.
On one, ready?
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Gun.
Brown on the carry. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First down, and they go right back to him. He'll cobble together a yard there. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's get set.
Burrow. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he couldn't quite get the edge. He goes out of bounds and maybe gets back to the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
He fires one deep down the left side. He's got it. Looks like the feeder inbounds too. Oh, I don't believe it. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Forced out to his right. And he's out of bounds just behind that line. Only a yard or two lost, but Brock, we all know, still qualifies as a sack.
You know, Kate, that's one of those situations where the game just, I think, speeds up on the QB a little bit. He doesn't flip it out of bounds before he goes out. It's going to end up as a sack on the stat sheet for the defense, and they earned it with effort, chasing him all the way to the sidelines.
Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That is a touchdown to one of their prime receiving targets.
This is really what you pay your skill guys for. You know, I had an old coordinator say, it's my job to get you a one-on-one. It's your job to go out and win it with a touchdown.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And they'll take the lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has a man. It's Brown. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ready? Panther streak. Panther streak. Ready?
From the 34. On the move, headed right. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now Daniels off the play action. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Ready?
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Cut 19. Cut 19.
Again, Daniels to the air. And they pick him off again. Jermaine Pratt picks it. And the Bengals get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Burrow setting up the play action. Escapes the pocket. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Keyword, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flight. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Stop. Stop.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chin has got it.
I already see that dumbass
He runs it in for the touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. It's the same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure, but instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails. Oh, I love seeing this, Brock. They got surprised with the pick 6, but they made absolutely sure there would not be another 2 added on.
Yeah, kind of the epitome of sudden change, especially on such short notice. Not a lot of time to get prepped on that sideline and get out there to defend the 2-point play, but they did their job and limited the damage that came from that interception.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun handoff to Brown, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Let's get set. 11, Thomas. 11. Stop.
Throwing is Burrow. Got a man, it's Gesicki. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
A run with Brown. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Here we go, here we go.
Now it's Brown. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
First and 10 now. Here's Burrow. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Stop.
2nd and 6 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Play made by Deron Payne.
1-1, ready?
So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Bengals football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th.
On 1, ready?
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's get set. Stop.
Looking to throw, Burrow. He's on the move. Now he takes it. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Here we go. Here we go. Stop.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
A give now to Brown. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They managed 3 yards on the carry, which sets him up with 3rd and goal at the 5.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it could be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
What is that? Stop.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Let's go. Hey, smash Bronco. Bronco 80.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Commanders leading by 5. Second down now, 7 to go.
Cougar 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Staying with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he reaches the 17-yard line as he's hauled down. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
Back to 60. Back to 60.
Another carry for Robinson. And he finds some space up to the 22-yard line. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Come on. Come on. Hey. Ready.
Back to throw it. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He has it at the 22. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And it'll be Bengals football. They've got 1st down from the 31.
Gun. Shot.
Here he is to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Setting up to pass. Buying some time right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's get set.
To throw. And that's going to fall incomplete. We're down to 9 seconds left.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
God.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on 1st down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. The veteran Dustin Hopkins has this one teed up, and we are underway here in Cleveland. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
One, ready? Here we go.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that certainly could be a sign of things to come because they're blitzing to start this ball game, and it works for them there as they force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow flushed out right.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Reset. 59. 54. Out.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Reset. Out of go.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Alert, alert.
Here's Watson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback, because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game, because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. Burrow on play action.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. Still going inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
T. Higgins.
69 yards.
And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
Here we go.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
It's caught at the 1, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. $6-0 our score after 1. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Set. Hey, 59.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Well, it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw, Watson.
He'll fire deep, looking for more.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now it's Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now Burrow. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. 4th down, but Burrow stays put. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now a 2nd and 10.
Listen. 24. 24.
Here's Watson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Here we go. 12.
shotgun handoff to Brown here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Browns drive about to get started. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends. Dancing to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
I'm fine, ready?
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
On 1, ready?
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll drop the throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. A final shot before the break. Watson. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked by Logan Wilson.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
1-1, ready? Here we go.
Now it's Burrow.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise. And it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on third and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Burrow going for it on fourth. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11 MT tight. 11 MT tight.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow rolling to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Third quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Burrow will throw.
Oh my God.
Interception yet again.
Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. So that, Charles, maybe the play that this defense has been looking for.
They've hung in there, and if they lose this game, it won't be from a lack of effort on their part. The key question is, can the offense finally do something, because we're into the third quarter, and a 0 is still glowing on the scoreboard.
After the interception, here's Watson.
Out quickly to Judy.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. To throw is Watson. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having, because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Here we go, here we go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
An inside give, Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On one, ready?
Now the Bengals on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And the Bengals are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of depth.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Chase Brown
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bengals have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. A Burrow and the Bengals offense staying put. They'll go for 2 here.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Here's Pierre Strong to return it from his end zone. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Watson now to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Now Watson. He finds his man, complete. That's Ford.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Watson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And oh, it's wide right. No good. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins, 38 yards. And the Bengals have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Here we go, here we go.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome. And my goodness, another interception. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. Stage is set, ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. A safe kick taken at the 5. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow gonna open by putting it up. Oh, what an inauspicious start. It's interception.
He was supposed to
Picked
throw.
off by
What the
Frankie
fuck?
Louvu. And he's going to bring this one back. Wow, less than a minute into the game. It's a pick 6 and an early touchdown. Austin Seibert now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead.
He was supposed to throw. Maybe he was cheap.
Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
On 1, ready? Gun. Stop.
They bring Chase in motion. A 1st down throw for Burrow. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Here we go.
They'll run it for the first time with Chase Brown. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily...
The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go.
A carry here for Brown. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Back to throw, Burrow. He'll find Brown out of the backfield. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
You know what they say about Murphy's Law, Mike? Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. He's had a pick 6 earlier in the game. Now he takes a sack. Fortunate for him, there's a lot of football to be played, but this has been a disastrous start.
That's into the hands of Yosivas. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
So, a little extra time to think about what to do on 4th down as we are through quarter number 1. It's the Commanders with the early lead. It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back after this. The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down.
Stop. 11. Stop.
They'll try to run. And he's going to have the Bengals 1st down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on 4th down.
Little test of wills up front, huh, Mike? I mean, who wanted this one more? Who would get off the line quicker? Who would drive the other side backwards? Pretty impressive that not only are they the ones that won the battle, the defense knew what was coming and still couldn't stop it.
And he's going to be taken down.
Really nice answer to the previous drive from this quarterback. You want to play at this league and you want to play for a long time, you better have a short-term memory because mistakes are going to happen. Really nice job here bouncing back, putting together a promising drive, and
Here we go.
he's open to come away with a touchdown of his own.
Stop.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. Powering forward. He's in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That is incomplete. They were trying to take the lead, but they're going to remain down by a point. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away.
You got to score first before you start talking.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will get cut.
Nigga, you scored from an interception. Score yourself. Nigga, I could have kicked the field goal, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Like that's something. That ain't shit.
Play action. Here's Daniels.
Sit that shit down. Don't keep throwing that shit. I'm gonna intercept that shit. I'm gonna intercept that shit. I'm gonna intercept that shit. Watch this. About to intercept that shit. Don't throw that shit no more. Throw this shit. Yeah, that's what I thought. You better run the ball, boy.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. 2 minutes to play in a tight 1-point game in this first half. We'll be
Show me what you got, boy.
After this. Here we go. On second down, it's Daniel.
Yeah. Talking all that shit.
Work to do following the sack.
He did not. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, man? That shit up out of here. I told you don't throw that shit no more, man. Told you don't throw that shit no more. Go ahead. Give me field goal range. Go ahead.
In these third and long situations, must pass
Yeah.
is not a recipe that their offense
Do that to yourself. Do it.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels.
I told you don't do it. I told you don't do it to yourself, man. Told you don't do it to yourself, man.
You could almost just look down in the huddle and the players are looking
Fucked
at the
up,
sideline
thingy, boy.
Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
Say nothing. I bet you I scored, though.
No gain on that one.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game.
I bet you I scored, though. I bet you I scored, though. Stop playing with me, man.
Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts. And they'll stop it.
Oh, I bet I'm about to score now.
In this first half. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. His second TD of the game. And this one gives his team the lead. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy...
Oh, that swung out wide.
You got lucky. You got lucky, boy. Get his ass. Get that motherfucker. Man, you got lucky, nigga. I threw it to him. Got lucky. Don't worry, you ain't scoring no more, though. You got lucky, man.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half.
Nah, you knew I was about to catch that. You knew it. I threw it too early. And
he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive
you only got 2 points for that. I just scored on you. I just scored, Tony.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10.
They've been a little up and down in this first half.
And that's all I need right there.
Total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
You must don't know about my Bengals, boy.
Got it. Ready?
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Cincinnati in the house, 5-1-3.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
Oh, you lucky. That was about to be a pick. You knew that was about to be a pick. You knew that was about to be a pick.
And this is why most
You knew that was about to be a
decide
pick.
to take the ball first after the halftime break because they want to be
Go
able
on,
to
roll
control
up
this
go on,
middle
roll up your
forward.
joint,
At the end of
because
the
you
first
gonna
half,
need it.
You can use your timeout. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and get away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break. So as
Better roll up that joint.
They have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock.
I ain't old, man.
Back in the huddle, and this
I'm 26.
It's gotta be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Dragon 60. 19.
I don't smoke weed.
On play action, Daniels.
I'm sorry I did that to you, though. Interception. I bet you don't score, though. I mean, you ain't gonna score.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this
I can't let you score. It's a wrap. I can't let you score. Hold on, turn up on it. Turn up on it. Turn up on it.
Daniels gonna throw again. Incomplete. Not much time remaining.
I can't let you score.
One more snap here in this first half.
I can't let you do that to me.
Just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a
And
little
let
bit
you
more
score.
patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight
I can't let you score.
And a critical
Told you.
tackle there.
I told you.
Close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an
Can't
end.
let you score. You about to get the ball back, though. Let's see what you gonna do, though. Let's see what you gonna do.
This one. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. He's to midfield.
He gonna catch you, so you ain't going nowhere. Hey, that was nice, though. That was nice, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did that a couple times. I did that a lot of times, too. That was nice right there.
Coming out of halftime, and you find yourself down. You need a little change of mindset. You need someone.
Yeah, but you gotta score, though. That don't mean nothing. You ain't scoring. I don't think so, man. You ain't going nowhere. Don't sit down, boy. Don't sit down.
Second down and 8.
Interception.
They'll go play action here with Daniels.
Oh,
He's got it at the 7.
I ain't see him open.
Yards on the game,
Damn.
and now they've got 1st and goal.
Thought you was throwing it to the other dude.
Quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now
I'm about to catch that. I'm about to catch that pig. Keep on throwing it.
Flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
Cougar 19.
Here's Daniels. He's got it at the 3. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively.
I ain't going for none of that.
Not get to the end zone.
I ain't going. Yeah, I ain't going for. I ain't going for none of that.
2nd and goal.
Come on. Ready.
They'll try to run with Robinson.
I told you.
And he won't quite get
Told
it.
you.
Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal.
Get it.
They'll try to run with Robinson. And this time he will
Yeah,
work his way into the end zone. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington. So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need.
You must be praying a lot.
Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah,
Missed the field goal.
Down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
I'm about to run it back on you.
Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. The return starts from the 5. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action for Burrow. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
This is a pass that just needs to be completed.
How you ain't catch that?
His guy was open. They ran out of room a
What?
little bit there on the sideline. Couldn't quite
That's
get the ball
stupid.
up and down fast enough, and ends up being thrown out of bounds.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And he's going to be out there. Mark him.
You ain't see that coming, did you? You ain't see that coming, did you?
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. And he's
Cold with the moves. You cold with the moves.
touchdown, Bengals.
Revenge is mine. Revenge is mine.
But they cannot keep up.
Revenge is
The
mine.
quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
I'm going for 2.
Here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous.
It ain't gonna work.
Match tight ends and
Ain't gonna work.
receivers, but often it's the quarterback.
You don't even
that
see
has
it
no
coming,
one
dude.
assigned to him, and in this case,
It ain't
he's
gonna
able to
happen.
capitalize and run it.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense.
I should have threw it to somebody else.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away.
You ain't scoring this time. I'm about to get an interception.
This returnable from the 4.
Sit down, boy.
Brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up the 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. To throw is Daniels. Working across the field, there's McLaurin. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Trying the left side. Here's Robinson. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll go again with Robinson. And he'll get this down to the 40. That's a nice run. And it's also a first down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel.
Ooh.
Very quick throw there, but on the same page with his
Ooh.
They're lucky to avoid this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down.
Reload. Trap 60. Let's go. Ready.
From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback
Yeah.
you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that first down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
19 Lions.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. That was secured by the tight end Bates.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go.
If I was you, I wouldn't do that.
The pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game. And that's really
told you, boy. Yeah, I told you. Revenge is mine.
Celebration, hands in the air. The other, disappointment. That's a tough one to stomach. I mean, you've got a chance here to take the lead late, and you can't convert.
The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
12. Gun. Stop.
Here's Brown. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. He'll try to run for it. Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up 14
Ooh,
yards.
I was trying to do a long pass, but nobody went open.
1st and 10. Now Brown. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their second, as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Brown. Now the Commanders will use their third and final timeout to get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Burrow. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
No more timeouts, boy.
Just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
And after that first down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a one-possession game.
Burrow to throw for it on fourth down. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's brought down.
You need a miracle, boy. You need a miracle still.
And when they needed to come up with a play the most, Mike, this defense delivers. They desperately needed to get the ball back to their offense to give them a chance to go pull this one out.
Damn.
Now they come away with a big takeaway, and at the end of this game, they got a shot.
They'll come up for first.
I don't think so.
Alert! Let's go.
Play action. Here's Daniels. Pass downfield is caught by Brown. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Commander's first down.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. They knew this would be a dogfight away from home, and they were right. But they come away with a hard-fought victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our
You need to kick it longer.
You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.
It's one of the NFL's newest venues, but it's already earned a reputation as one of its best. This is U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're off from U.S. Bank Stadium. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air, Burrow. Flush down now to his left. Now here he goes. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Slot man in motion left. Here's 2nd and 2. He puts some power on a deep one left. His first throw is an interception. And the Vikings have an early opportunity after the interception on the game's first series.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Will make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Staying on the ground with Jones. And he goes out a little short of the 40. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And they get this down to the 28. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. They give to Jones, right side. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do it.
Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Here he is on 3rd and long. Pass is caught by Addison. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Now it's Will Reichert on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And he found some running room for a nice gain. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at second and pretty short. Here's Brown again. Still finding room past the 45. 20, 15. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
And he gets in. The two-point try puts him in front by one, 8-7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, here's Jones. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. Now Darnold. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in a very tough spot on second and long. Trying again following the sack. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away. The next time, well, he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
Third and long for him here. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down. Will Reichert now to try the Vikings field goal. All spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. Smith able to put it through. And they've taken back the lead.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Burrow from the gun. Catch made by Chase Brown. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down, Burrow to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
This is hauled in by T. Higgins. Into the red zone. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals get some late points and the lead. T. Higgins, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And the pass is caught. Tack 2 more onto the score. Worked so well the first time. Hey, why not go right back to it? See if you can be successful again. They do, and they are.
And I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because you almost feel the confidence, right? Like if you get it the first time, you're almost playing with house money. Even if you fail, it's still 14 points. It's not really a failure. And if you get it, well, you gain even more confidence and make that opponent think that much more.
First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing here, Darnold. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's a pro's pro right there. That is one heck of an experienced catch. He made sure to secure the ball, but he also knew exactly where the sideline was to get both feet down.
Here's Darnold. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got first and 10 from the red zone. From the red zone now. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They are throwing it again. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he lost the football. And it looks like the offense was there to recover it. They're inside the 5. 4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. To throw. Here's Darnold. And he finds it in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings tie it just before halftime. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here. Running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in. Finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
That one right down the middle. And they'll take the lead. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. One final shot before halftime. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got second down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. They go play action on first. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got first down from the 31. Receiver in motion, headed right. Now a give up the middle to Jones. Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. That's Sheldon Rankins in on the stop. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Darnold to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
All right, I'll set up now. First and 10. Running right, this is Jones. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Second and 6 coming up here. Darnold. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Back now, pressure on its way. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, Brock, we don't see this often, but love it whenever we do. The fullback, the target on that one, and he ends up with 6.
You're absolutely right, Kate. You don't see fullbacks utilize that much, but man, when you do have a weapon like that, it stretches a defense so thin. Big time touchdown. Yes, by a fullback.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got first down from the 31. Burrow out of the shotgun. And a man is there to knock that away. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So that brings up second down.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And Minnesota returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Vikings push their lead further to start the half. Step one is just making the hit, Brock. Step two, trying to knock the football out with that hit, and they were even fortunate enough to get to step three, weren't they? Taking that fumble all the way back for a touchdown.
And just look at them. I love the joy.
Yep.
A unit that doesn't get to celebrate in the end zone all too often, they will welcome the chance to be the guys running it in for a change. Cue up the group celebration, and boys, go enjoy the moment.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. From his own end zone, here we go. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Higgins makes the catch. The 30. Gets the 10. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. T. Higgins, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So the Bengals going back to the well, trying for 2 again. He's throwing for it. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit. Three quarters in the books from this one. And after that last-second score in the 3rd, we'll resume play with a kickoff. They got a touchdown, but that is only half the job. Still got to get this kick back and score another. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Hutchinson reels it in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd down carry for Jones. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Counterplay, Jones. And he's brought down after a modest gain up to the 46. Offense in the hurry up here. Back to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. Vikings leading by 6. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On the carry, this is Jones. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Going to the ground again on first. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Cincinnati uses its second timeout. Jones once more. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Third down, here's Jones. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. The final timeout taken by the Bengals. A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. The Vikings in victory formation here as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the Vikings. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we bid you farewell from Minneapolis. Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Will Reichert has it all teed up. And we're off from U.S. Bank Stadium. Chooses to bring this one out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Brown on the inside give. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
From the 30 on 2nd down. This one taken in by Chase. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Pass caught, 9-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They'll run again with Brown. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or you now forced to put the ball in the air.
On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. Has it in close. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Darnold looking to throw. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. 2nd and 3 now. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And the defense gets... It's a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards. There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Going with Brown on the ground. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Ivan Pace able to make the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from U.S. Bank Stadium after the break. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
1st and 10 from the 41. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. A give now to Brown. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
Here we go.
Burrow back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Trying for it with Burrow. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here's McCarthy to throw. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
Back to the air, McCarthy. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Geno Stone picks it off. And the Bengals get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Well, Brock, they could have gone run to set up 3rd and short, or they could air it out and try for more. They picked the latter, and the coverage was ready for it.
Sure was, Kate, and this is why I play in this position. You've got to have a short memory. You must flush it. I love the decision to be aggressive. I always fall on that side of the coin, but when you throw a pick in that situation, such a manageable 2nd down, well, you got to learn from it, move on, and certainly flush it away.
And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals will add to their lead at the end of the half. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Motion man right is Jefferson. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You just feel this defense starting to come alive, don't you, Kate? Got their first turnover last time out. Now they put their first sack on the board. In big plays on that side of the ball, well, they can come in bunches. Defense sure hopes to keep this faucet going, and the offense wants to turn the spigot off immediately.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll throw it. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. One final shot before halftime. Running left side by Jefferson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Chandler now on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. And it sets up second down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Thrown at the depth where linebackers come into play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's Paycor Stadium. Banked by the Ohio River and the city's abundance of hills. We're at Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Cam Little out for the opening kick. And we're off and running at Paycor Stadium. Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. I don't think they're going to catch him. And the tackle saves a touchdown, but they still take over inside the red zone. The return couldn't quite finish it off, Brock, but the offense sure can as they begin here, 1st and goal. Now a give. It's Brown headed right.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Getting out to his left. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And this one kicks out at the 5. Lucky break that keeps a scoring opportunity alive here. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Forced out to his right. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces he.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. Hits the 20. And it makes the Hets go. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
And he'll get in. That gives him an 8-0 lead. Well, evidently a touchdown wasn't enough for them. They further quiet this home crowd by adding the 2-point conversion.
You know what I love about this? I love it because coaches spend time all week saying we're going to be aggressive, we're going to go for it, but then you back it up with a decision like that. That's empowering your team in another team's building. What a start.
He fields it from the 8. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
After the pick, here's Burrow again. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
From the 43. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Chad Muma's got it. He's at the 30. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown.
You got lucky, boy.
Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick-6 to watch.
And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. He stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's get set. Stop.
Getting right back to it after that interception. He's trying to push the field. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Jaguars take over as they intercept it for the 3rd time in just our opening quarter.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Lawrence starting with a throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He's got it deep downfield. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete. Going for it yet again, and once again, they don't have the right call to make it in for 2, so their struggles continue.
Yeah, they've kept them on the field without hesitation all game long. This offense knows what they're doing. The problem is the defense knows even more.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go. Shot.
Burrow from the gun. Got his target, it's Higgins. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Shot.
Throwing is Burrow. Headed out right. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. That's the end of one, and yikes, things looking a little out of hand already. 20-0 is our score. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. So near disaster a moment ago, but the Drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Wide open down the field, and he has it! Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. And now the Bengals offense still on the field. We'll see them go for 2. He's throwing for it! On the move, headed right. And he will get across for 2, and that makes it a 12-point game. Ooh, you could feel the greater sense of urgency from him there, Brock. Trailing on the scoreboard, and he took the initiative to convert that 2-point try.
Yeah, you always need your quarterback to be able to manufacture points, but especially when you're down. He's got the license to improvise anytime. And what a confidence builder to everyone around him when your QB can make something out of nothing.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Red on red. Silver.
Lawrence working from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incomplete.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Now motion him out of the backfield. Here he is on 3rd and long. Launches one deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They're going for this. He connects downfield on 4th. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. And they're going to spike this one. Wait, no, they're not spiking it. They're going to throw. And they aren't fooled by that fake spike. They kept charging and got there to take him down. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Another try following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Geno Stone picks it off. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals trim the deficit down to 5. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Bigsby. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Stop made by Sam Hubbard. Again, it's Bigsby. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. It's going to be a pickup of about 2. That leaves him with 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Hey, run! 30 left.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Targeting the sideline, Kirk has it. And he's a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before going out. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down. Now Lawrence. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's 2nd down.
13, Luke.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. DJ Turner comes up with it.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Burrow to the air now. Escapes out to the... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. He fires one deep down the left side. Deep sideline shot is caught, and he gets out to stop the clock. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
And they pick him off again. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these 2 defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Working quickly here. They run it again with Bigsby. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. He's on the move. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked up by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals bring it all the way back inside the red zone before he's finally hauled down.
Focus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession, but you immediately, Kate, flip this field and give your teammates a golden opportunity to punch it in for 6. And if they score quickly, well, it'll put that opposing offense right back out there, still reeling from that interception.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards. They just got a very successful one.
And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he...
And he's in for the touchdown. The Bengals grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. Bengals offense lined up. They're going for 2 again.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. And that pass is cut inside the end zone. The 2-point try comes through, and their lead's a field goal now. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Here's Duvernay on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Take right open.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He'll get this to ETN. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Hey, Jupiter. Straight down.
2nd and 8. Flush down out to his left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
11.
Lawrence throwing here. He's going deep this time. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
He finds him beyond the marker. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
Take right. Hey.
1st down throw, Lawrence. And the deep ball falls incomplete.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. Thinking interception to be had. And incompletion is still pretty good for the defense.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
I think more than ever, QBs today are so good at doing this, Kate, buying himself enough time and actually finding a target downfield. Just this time, he couldn't quite make that connection.
Let's go.
Throwing is Lawrence on third down. Chased out to his right. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. So we're through 3 here. It's Jaguars football. They trail, but it's still within reach. They've got first down from the 31. He'll throw it yet again. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a fourth-quarter lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th.
I always say about the NFL game, it's a game of matchups. And that time they get the matchup they want, and they go right to it. It's a risky call throwing it for 2, but that risk pays off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He's going to field this at the 2. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return.
On 1, right?
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Gun.
Brown on the carry. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Here's Brown again. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
It's just set. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
From the gun, it gets to Brown. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. Tough sledding the last couple of runs. It's 4th and 2.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. They did it. He made the interception. DJ Turner comes up with it.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, well, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
That's caught for the 1st. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Bengals trailing by 5. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Gun.
Here he is to throw. Catch made by Chase Brown. And he's tackled for no gain. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go.
Setting up to pass. He rolls to his right. He takes it himself. Oh, no, he lost control of another one. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough third down here. To throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down at the 30. That play good for 17 on a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw it. Forced out to his right. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout taken by the offense. Their second. Still one more in their pocket to use. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he is to throw. Pass is caught at the 9. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
The final timeout taken by the Bengals. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to throw. Getting out to his left. And he's going to step out with no gain.
You know, that's exactly how a defense should adapt as the play progresses. They blanketed everybody in coverage, but still kept all eyes on the quarterback to keep him from breaking containment. He got out for no gain, but that feels like a sack for those defenders.
A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
One final shot here. Put the body on the line for his team.
Let's go. Game over. Let's go.
No time left. Absolutely clutch.
I'm the GOAT.
Brock as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
He's throwing for it. And he isn't going to get it. They wanted those two to feel a little bit more comfortable, but hey, they're still just moments away from a victory. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. He's got a lane up past the 30. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. So in the jungle, the Bengals take the win. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths. Because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.